Hello guys, it's Sakuems. Welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, hello, my name is Emily. I'm a French artist and YouTuber. I've been making videos here for 8 years now, and I am so excited to be doing this video because this is a new collaboration with Baylee Jae. We collaborated together more than 2 years ago, and it was a lot of fun, and this is still my most viewed video. So if you'd like to check it out, I will also link it in the corner. But yeah, it was a lot of fun this time as well. We did things completely differently. We actually picked a character and we drew both of us drew basically a version of the character, and we mailed it to each other, and then we get to color each other artworks. So yeah, it was very interesting to meet our styles because we have a complete different approach. We don't do the same things, so it was really fun. And yeah, so if you're new here and you're coming from Baylee Jae's channel, I hope you will stick around and watch more of my content. I will include some of my favorite videos that I've done in the description right below. Thank you for joining in. And if you are from my channel and you don't know who Baylee Jae is, she's one of the biggest art YouTubers out there. I've been following her since she had like 10,000 subscribers. So, and like she's like almost 1 million now. She's going for the million, so I'm like rooting for her because it's so nice to see like art YouTubers and the people that I've been following for so long to get so big. And yeah, she has a very amazing personality. She has a lot of knowledge. She went to animation school and she does a lot of art time lapses. Always evolves as an artist, and she uses a lot of different tools. It has lots of crafting videos, and every time I see a new video of her, I'm like, oh man, I didn't thought about that. So it's really nice to follow how she does things. It's completely different from me, and I think everyone could have a nice time watching some of her content. So of course I will highly recommend you check out Baylee Jae's channel, and of course the video she did for this collaboration where she basically drew this character that I'm going to color. This is Jasmine, which is the character that we picked. So she's going to draw this, which is the piece that I'm going to color, and she of course will color the artwork that I'm going to do right now. But now let's get on with the line art, and then I will color this.
So the first thing that I've did for this project, so basically we decided to work with Jasmine from Aladdin. And because she has two different outfits, I really wanted to color the red outfit, so I asked Baylee if she was okay with doing the slave outfit Jasmine, and then that will leave me to draw the blue Jasmine, which is the one that you see the most in the movie. So at first I wanted to do a portrait with the tiger Raja behind it, but I'm really bad at drawing animals, so it was a complete fail. I couldn't really match my style to an animal. It was too realistic or just looked plainly stupid. So I will try to work on that because I really want to incorporate animals in my artwork, but I still don't know how to match it with my style. So I scrapped that idea, but I kept the portrait and I just rearranged everything with a different pose. And at first I wanted her to be sitting on the carpet, the magic carpet, but it didn't really fit well with the scale of everything. So I had the idea to do a cutout of like with a little bit of an Arabic style. And in the background there is the city of Agrabah with the palace. Now the design itself, I didn't actually use the direct reference from the movie. I just wanted to have some sort of liberty with that and have my own kind of palace and my own city with the trees and the desert in the background. It is definitely not as close to the movie as it is, you know. I actually searched for reference afterwards and it doesn't look like that, but I still like it. It gives just a general idea that this is Jasmine on a roof in the city of Agrabah, and there's the palace behind it. And I also included the moon because I really would like to see how it looks with a night sky scenery and everything. And so I knew this would be maybe a bit challenging for Baylee to color because the colors are really different when it's night. So I added that just to give a bit of a challenge to her, and I'm really excited. I haven't watched the video because I'm recording the voiceover right now, so I don't know how she's going to work with that, but it's going to be really interesting to see. So that was my idea for the line art, and I worked directly on computer, and I went back and forth with Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint Pro. Photoshop is better for me to edit the file, but for the actual line art, Clip Studio Paint Pro is really, really great. And by the way, I really highly recommend you use Clip Studio Paint Pro if you can get your hands on it. It's really cheap. I think I paid less than $100, and I use it almost every day for my line artwork. It also, the tool itself, I've used it in my last YouTube Artist Collective piece. It really is so user-friendly. It's really fast to use to get great results, so definitely a plus. So that was my line art, and now that is done. I basically finished this on my computer, and I mailed it to Baylee so she can color it, and then I jumped into coloring her artwork. So when I received the piece, I was really pleasantly surprised because, first of all, she is using her new art style. She changed a bit of recently because she wasn't sure if she wanted to do more realistically or more cartoony, and she found a way to make it very her style, to say so. And so I was really excited to color this piece because it's really, really different from what I do myself. I knew that I wanted to work with markers, so I've used Copic markers, and I also used colored pencils. So the piece itself was challenging, definitely, because I'm so used to having a lot of details. The way I color is very linked to how I draw things, and so coloring the artwork of someone else, especially with such a simplest, not simplistic, but it's very simplified. The shapes of the character itself in the movie is very simplified, and she stayed true to the design with this very thick ponytail, and just the way overall everything is drawn is very minimalistic. And so my coloring style was definitely slightly different than what I usually do, but I still made it possible for me to add the amount of details that I will add, but it's just a little bit more, I don't know how I can describe that. There's a lot of flat coloring, and then there's very sharp details in the end, just to make it really pop and complement the style of the artwork, but still make it mine, because I've still used the same technique. I've incorporated a lot of different hues and everything, so it was very, very interesting. If you like to know the colors, I actually have a pretty limited palette with this artwork, so I think I can remember them. For the skin tone of Jasmine, I actually used my E15, 17, and 13, I think. Yeah, 13, 17, no, 13, 15, 17. That is the color that are a little bit more of it, very tan, like warmer tone. It's like a reddish brown, but very pale. This is a skin tone that I really, really like, and I use a lot of it. Usually I just start with 11th, but Jasmine has a more of a darker tone, so that's the color I've used. But I topped it up with my colored pencils in the end to add a bit more dimension. I've used some purple undertone in the shadows and a little bit more of a yellowish, like an apple's yellow for highlights, and a tiny bit of pink on the cheeks and everything. I took a bit of freedom in terms of the shading because the character in the movie has very flat coloring, besides a few very strong shadows. And so it was very interesting to see how I could add dimension to the character. So that was very, very fun. So that was for the skin. For the red outfit, the colors I've used were the R, I think it's R35, 37, and 39. So those are the more pinkish red, like the coral red, not like the warmer orangey red. So I really like that too. And for the shadows, I've actually used my UV99, which is a very dark grayish purple. This is one thing that I sometimes don't like about Copic markers. It's kind of hard to get dark tones. Every color is very transparent, so even a darker red isn't that dark. So I had to use a very dark tone and then really smudge everything and blend everything with my darker red. But still very interesting to do. And for the yellow, so everywhere you have some sort of yellowish tone, I try my best to still add contrast. It was really hard because of the hourglass design and the coins behind it and the sand. Everything was pretty much the same color. So I tried to add a bit more fun, and I used some darker gold tones and in other places more lighter tones. So for the gold, I've used the YR 21, 23, and 27, but also the E44 and 47 for the darker tones, and I think E81. Yeah, and then the last thing that I did for the frame around the artwork, this was done with some greens. I've used my YG 17 and I think a little bit of the blue, a grayish blue, just to shade everything. And the last thing I did on this artwork, so there's the hourglass design. I've just used BV21 and B00 and B01 just to add a bit of this glass tint to it. And for the hair, so I actually used a lot of the black because she has very dark hair. So I've used black first, and then BV29 and BV25 to smudge everything, and then I had all the highlights with a blue pencil. This was a Prismacolor pencil. I don't exactly know the color. It's slate gray. So this is the color that I've used for the hair, and all the jewelry and the shoes were done with the same gold tones that I've used in the background. And yeah, and last thing that I did was basically adding a few highlights with some flesh color for the hair, not for the hair, for the skin, a tiny bit of a pale like salmon color for the outfits, and yeah, and some white general highlights. And I've spent about 2 hours on this piece for the coloring. I knew it would kind of be fast because of the style. It doesn't have involved as much details as my own artwork, but it still was a lot of fun to draw something completely different. And yeah, I forgot that I added some purples to the shadows of the hourglass, just to add a bit more dimension and to have just something else than just pure gold tones, because I thought it would be too plain. But that was the last thing that I did with this artwork. So yeah, that was very, very fun to do. I hope that you enjoyed watching me draw Jasmine for Baylee and then color her artwork. I'm so happy that I got to collab, to do collab again with Baylee, because first of all, I've been following her for a long time and I watch her grow, and she stayed true to herself. She hasn't changed at all. She's just more committed to what she does, and she is still very supportive of other YouTubers. And so we actually decided to do another collab almost a year ago, if not even more. And so thank you, Baylee, for doing this again with me and to help my channel, and just to be able to mix our styles and have fun. That's really, really amazing. And this is just something that I love about the art community on YouTube, that we artists are just open to help each other and collaborate with each other. And this is also, I think that's pretty much it for the video. So if you liked it, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really, really helps the channel if you comment and share it. I know we always say that, but it's true with YouTube. I would love if you could subscribe, but what really matters the most is if you create interaction with the video. So yeah, please just like it if you liked it, and comment below if you have any suggestions for future videos. It can be anything, tutorials, collabs. If you want me to do a fan art of some sort, I would like to incorporate more, but I just don't know exactly what character I should do yet. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So if you are interested, I and Baylee, we actually have the original of each artwork in our shop. So she's going to sell my line art with her coloring in her shop. So if you'd like to check it out, you can go to her video and you will see how she colored everything and the link to purchase the original artwork. As for this piece that I've colored, I will of course insert the link in the description right below the video. You get to go to my Etsy store, and if you haven't gone there yet, there's a lot of things. I have tons of prints, coloring books, an art book. I have countless things you can choose from, and of course this original artwork of Jasmine. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.